today's episode of the Cancerous Corvair, we're going to see what flavor of rust the greasy bastard decides to give us today. Probably going to be extra minty. So first we're going to start with the upper driver's side fender. It looks bad, but I think it's going to be promising. More Bondo. Let's have a little fun and peel it up. So this is what we've gotten at so far. It's decent. And then I picked out some of the best rust extraction tools. We're gonna start with the medium sized and spray her down and wipe her down. She's greasy. And that helps us get a better look. So we still got to get right here and right here. So I'm going to go back to sanding, and then I'll probably do the same thing and rip it out. So down here looks good. This I'll check into more, but right down here the Bondo looks good. It's solid, it hasn't cracked through or anything. So I think this is good clean metal under here, and it's just this area and a little bit up here. So today's the big day. I got the last stuff that I needed to finish the Bondo work, so that is what we are going to cut to now. I drove it over the weekend, so that's why it's all taped up, and yeah, we're going to untape it and start the Bondo work. We're just going to wash her down one last time before we Bondo. See how we got to clean metal? So we're good to go. Alright, so now it's time to use the actual stuff, the Bondo glass, and comes with some hardener. And we're going to need one of these putty knife things, and we're going to spread it on this non-absorbent. I'm using a plastic baggie. You can use parchment paper to spread it together because we don't want it absorbing into the cardboard. And yeah, so let's get started. We're actually going to use safety for once. Use these big gloves, and yeah, let's see if we can mix this up. So you need a perfect ratio, and nearly perfect rather. So a good, fake way to do it is get a nice puddle of this stuff. That's probably way too much. Okay. Make a circle with it. So we've got a nice uniform circle. It's about ½ an inch thick. And then all you got to do is take your hardener and run a bead directly across the diameter. And that should be enough. Now, I'm just saying that. Okay, and then the way to spread this, you don't just mix it around like a cake. You gotta work it back and forth. You gotta pick it up mix it in. Gotta get, and it should not be red and green anymore. It should be all one color. Should take roughly a minute, maybe 45 seconds to mix it together. And then you have about 5 minutes to apply it. You spread it out when you're not using it to let it breathe. Okay.
To be honest, I don't know if this kills you if it gets on your skin, so yeah, I just protect yourself. Now, this is the hardener, so she doesn't have to go on pretty. Doesn't have to look like the girl you take home to mama. She'll probably be sloppy. But we're gonna fill this hole up. I said hole. I taped off the area so I don't get any on the parts that I don't need it on. And this will take roughly 15 to 20 minutes to dry, and then you'll sand it down.
So now we've got it all sanded. You can see the different layers, but it's actually smooth to the touch. And there's a few craters in it right here, here, here. And I found another hole, but everywhere else is perfectly smooth. We're going to use the body filler, and it kind of fills it up. And then after the body filler, you can even use spotting putty to fill these tiny little cavities. But yeah, same mixing process, 1/2 inch, run the diameter, mix it, and then spread it even so it breathes while you're not using it. You can reuse this. Best way to reuse it is to let it dry completely, and just crack it off and clean her up. So I learned to use less at a time, so we're not just glopping it on there. So I'll try and keep this nice and even. Fill that line. Now with this, I'd just recommend staying on the smoother side. And you can sand it down afterwards. This is the final Bondo unless you're using spotting putty, so you know, you gotta fill all those holes. Okay, now I'll just let her dry up. Okay, it's about time to sand her down. Lastly, we're going to take our glazing and spot putty, and we're gonna clean up those little cavities. So let's just spread it onto our card. Alright, you bastards. While waiting for the putty to dry, started doing the digitals, all the editing, and all the raw footage. Got myself up to 55 minutes, so I'm going to end this video here, take it up, probably show a little bit more of a different patch. On that one I'm going to use some mesh, so it'll be different, and then I will show you how to prime. And then, yeah, that'll be a part 3. I don't know what else. And then thinking about buying another car. So maybe if I get myself up to somewhere around 100 subscribers, we'll get a car in there. But other than that, about to take vacation, so we're going to be laying low for a week or so. I've got an oil change video to upload. It's kind of minimum, but it's educational, so you'll see that up. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed. Leave some hate down in the comments. Tell me what I'm doing wrong, what you want to see. Thanks, boys.